So how exactly do you find out how much coverage you actually need to make sure that your family is fully protected while you're gone and to make sure that you're protected while you're alive? And yes, I said that because there's something called living benefits where you can get up to 100% of your coverage amount while you're alive. In case you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, or anything along those lines, you'll be covered and getting advanced to cover medical expenses. So let's check this out. So here we have a dime calculator that I created just to make it very simple. You don't need to use a calculator. All you need to do is plug it in. But I'll walk you through the formula if you want to do calculations on your calculator, which is very, very easy. Let's just say someone has $100,000 as total consumer debt. This can be student loan debt, credit card debt, medical bills, anything along those lines that will go into the dime. Number two is going to be the I. So the I is going to be annual gross income for you or your client, whoever it may be. Let's just say that's $100,000. Now, with this, you either multiply by 5 or 10 years. In my opinion, 10 years is pretty overkill. So most of my clients are just multiplying by 5 years because the most important asset that your family has is your income. So what this is building in is 5 years of your income going towards your beneficiaries whenever you pass away at the very minimum. Now, number three is going to be the M and dime. That's the mortgage balance. Let's just say they owe $300,000 on their house still. And on top of that, they split the mortgage with their spouse. So it's going to cut it in half. Now, number four is going to be the E. E stands for education. This is if you want your kids' college to be covered if you were to pass away prematurely. So for this, I have a couple different options. You can select the number of kids, and it's pretty much $120,000 per kid, $30,000 per year for 4 years, because the average cost of college is $30,000 a year. So break this down. Put in, let's say you have two kids. Perfect. So debt, the D, income, the I, mortgage, the M, education for the E. This brings up the whole dime with little bits of explanations on here. Now, the total coverage needed for this particular client to make sure they're properly insured is going to be $990,000. This is the suggested minimum amount of coverage. As agents, this is what you need to be getting your client set up with. At least this. It's your job to present this to the client so you can make sure you're covering yourself along the way if something does happen. The family gets what they need to make sure that they're able to live the way they need to live. But from a client perspective, it's completely up to the client if they want to go and do this. If they want, let's say this client wants $500,000 in coverage, then by all means, go ahead and give you $500,000 in coverage. But the minimum suggested coverage is going to be 990,000. I have to tell you that to make sure that I'm being covered. So that is exactly how you find out how much coverage you need. And from a client perspective, so from a perspective of someone that's looking to get life insurance, this is exactly how you find how many coverage you need. And then from an agent's perspective, this is to find out how much coverage a client actually needs going forward. The company I work with does a needs analysis to make sure that we get all this information and make sure the client is best suited going forward. If you would like an idea of, if you would like to get a full needs analysis done to make sure that we get plans specialized for you going forward, then go ahead and look at the link in the description of the video and book a call with me for a free consultation. Other than that, use this knowledge and make sure that you're properly insured. Take a look at your policies that you have. Make sure you're not overinsured without you wanting to be overinsured. All that being said, make sure you like and subscribe to this video and make sure you keep an eye out for the next one coming up, which will be soon.